Hi everyone. Welcome to Difference Frames the World. We're excited to have you here today as we explore different perspectives on our shared experiences. Please subscribe and turn on the notifications so you will not miss our uploads every day. Today, we're discussing how challenges can influence China's future in four key areas: politics, military, technology, and the economy. This topic builds on our previous conversation about what China can do to steer clear of the mistakes made by ancient dynasties, as discussed in yesterday's video, where we highlighted the need for changes in China's political system to help the country move forward. Some people might disagree and believe that everything China does is positive. However, we do not want to ignore China's problems and the difficulties it faces. The country is at a crossroads, and there's a need to continue making changes and be more open if it wants to enjoy ongoing success. While many people around the world are watching closely, some critics believe that China is on the brink of collapse, similar to what happened with the Soviet Union. However, these expectations are unrealistic and reflect a misunderstanding of China's situation. Facing challenges can drive change and growth. The more difficulties China confronts today, the greater the opportunities it may have to strengthen itself in the future. China's political, military, technology, and economic aspects are all connected. The problems it encounters could spark important changes that influence its future, leading to greater strength, creativity, and the development of new strategies. Many people are wary of discussing political change in China, and it has even become a sensitive topic in recent years. China has long prioritized maintaining stability and control within its political system. However, in recent times, the country has faced new challenges that are testing this approach. Issues such as economic difficulties following the pandemic, increasing tensions both regionally and globally, and societal pressures are prompting the Chinese government to reassess its operational approach. In response to these challenges, China has leaned into a message of resilience and strength. By emphasizing the importance of collaboration for the greater good and promoting a strong sense of national identity, the government seeks to foster unity and enhance its authority, particularly in the face of external criticism. China has a long history of valuing teamwork and community over individual achievements. For thousands of years, people in China have often put the needs of the country ahead of their own personal interests. While China is home to 56 different ethnic groups, the vast majority of its population, over 90%, is made up of Han people, quite different from many Western countries, which have a wide variety of racial and ethnic backgrounds. As a result, it's often easier for people in China to come to an agreement or consensus than it is in Western nations. The teachings of Confucius, a renowned Chinese philosopher, have profoundly influenced the way many Chinese people think and behave. His ideas encourage moderation and balance, which leads to a different approach compared to the more extreme views sometimes seen in the West. For nearly 80 years, China has been hoping to reunite with Taiwan, the island that has been separated from the mainland. Although the United States no longer has the same level of control over the Western Pacific as it once did, and the Chinese Navy is now stronger in that region, China remains focused on attempting to reunite Taiwan peacefully until the moment when it must resort to force. China has become skilled at showcasing its power while maintaining good relationships with other countries. To navigate the complex challenges it faces, China has developed a smarter approach to governance that includes leveraging soft power, such as culture, diplomacy, and building economic ties. Over the years, particularly since the 1950s, when Chairman Mao sought to establish friendships with poorer countries in Africa, Latin America, and Asia, China has aimed to strengthen its alliances with these nations. This strategy helps counterbalance the influence of Western countries. Challenges and tough times often lead to important transformations in politics and the economy. If Deng Xiaoping hadn't opened China up to the rest of the world, the country might have stayed underdeveloped, similar to North Korea or Cuba. Since the late 1970s, China has focused on reforming its economy and promoting foreign trade. This shift has led to remarkable economic growth and improved living conditions for many people in the country. In the 1980s, China experienced a brief period during which political freedoms were increasing. However, this change was cut short by the events at Tiananmen Square in 1989. After that, the government focused on maintaining control, prioritizing stability and economic growth over individual rights and freedoms. In more recent years, under President Xi Jinping, the focus has shifted even more towards strict party control and censorship. The government believes that maintaining stability is crucial for ongoing economic progress, leading to ongoing discussions about whether China might see any political reforms in the future. To maintain stability, China may place greater emphasis on policies that help reduce economic and social disparities among its people. However, it's unlikely that there will be any changes to the country's one-party political system in the near future. When faced with political difficulties, China is working to become more resilient, improving its governance, building better relationships with other countries, and being proactive in addressing internal disagreements. The political landscape in the future is expected to feature a government that is more adaptable and responsive, striving to maintain control while effectively addressing various challenges. Let's examine how China is developing its military in response to external threats. As tensions escalate, particularly with the United States and its allies, China is reassessing its military strategies and enhancing its defense systems. Although both China and Western countries deny the existence of an arms race, the competition between them is intense. China is making significant investments to upgrade its military forces, which include not only buying advanced technology but also encouraging local innovation to develop new military capabilities. Important areas of focus include artificial intelligence, cyber warfare, and drones, all of which are transforming how battles are fought today. Rising tensions and perceived threats are driving these technological advancements at a fast pace. In September 2025, China's latest aircraft carrier, named the Fujian, successfully conducted tests using a new launching system for different types of warplanes, the J-35 stealth fighter, the J-15T fighter, and the KJ-600 early warning aircraft. These tests were a major achievement because no other aircraft carriers in the world, including the United States Ford-class carriers, can perform these types of launches. As China grows more confident in its military capabilities, it's ramping up military exercises in disputed areas, such as the South China Sea, which means China is ready to assert its influence. The ongoing competition with the United States is prompting China to adjust its military approach, shifting from a primarily defensive stance to one that enables projecting its power beyond its borders. This shift is in response to changing security situations and aims to strengthen its ability to deter potential threats. The Chinese military is also placing greater emphasis on collaboration across different branches, recognizing that modern warfare often involves a range of operations. Combining land, air, sea, and cyber resources is becoming increasingly important. As challenges grow, the Chinese army is likely to develop more advanced strategies that address diverse threats, adapting its military plans to address today's security issues effectively. China's involvement in global peacekeeping missions and military partnerships can help improve its image as a responsible leader in the world. Instead of merely reacting to conflicts, China is shifting toward a more proactive international role, which could lead to a future where its military presence plays a crucial part in maintaining global security. Now let us talk about how challenges drive the advance of technology. When faced with difficulties, such as trade disputes with the United States, China has found ways to turn those challenges into opportunities for growth and innovation. The country is becoming more self-sufficient in technology and relying less on foreign products, especially in important areas like computer chips and advanced manufacturing. A specific instance of this can be seen with the U.S. government's decision to stop NVIDIA, a major tech company, from selling its powerful graphics cards to China. This limitation prompted Chinese companies to develop their own graphics card products to compete with NVIDIA. As a result, many customers in China are now opting not to buy NVIDIA's less powerful and expensive product, which was specifically made for the Chinese market. China is actively investing in new technology to drive growth and innovation. The government is working to develop local talent and create environments that support new ideas and advancements. As companies in China face challenges in accessing technology from the West, they are being encouraged to develop innovative solutions and products that meet both local and global demands. China's focus on addressing technological challenges is evident in its interest in new developments like 5G, 6G, artificial intelligence, and renewable energy sources. Rolling out 5G technology is particularly crucial for China, as it seeks to establish itself as a leader in global telecommunications. In this area, Huawei, a major Chinese telecommunications company, stands out as a strong competitor that other companies in the West have difficulty matching. Additionally, the push for technological advancement intertwines with China's green agenda. As the world grapples with climate change, China has committed to becoming carbon neutral by 2060. This ambition propels innovation in renewable energy technologies and electric vehicles, allowing China to lead in both climate initiatives and economic growth. In short, facing challenges is crucial for China's technological growth. These difficulties push the country to become more self-sufficient, encourage innovative ideas, and help it lead in emerging industries. Looking ahead, China is likely to continue turning its challenges into opportunities for technological success. Over the past 3 years, China's economy has faced several challenges that are likely to reshape its operations moving forward. The ongoing trade disputes with the United States have made China more aware of its dependence on other countries for trade. In response, China is seeking to expand its trading partnerships by exploring new markets and strengthening connections with developing countries in regions such as Asia, Africa, and Latin America. A key part of this effort is the Belt and Road Initiative, which aims to enhance connections and promote economic ties around the world. It's becoming clear that China needs to change its approach to growth. Instead of focusing mainly on investments, the country is trying to boost domestic consumption, which means encouraging people to spend more money. The government is implementing policies to help people earn more and feel more confident about their spending. This shift is important not just for the economy, but also to meet the growing expectations of its middle class, showing that a balanced growth strategy is essential. China is also facing some challenges due to its changing population. With an increasing number of older people and a decline in the birth rate, the country needs to find new ways to support its economy. To tackle these issues, China must explore ways to improve productivity, increase the participation of more people in the workforce, and leverage new technologies. Additionally, focusing on developing skills and encouraging continuous learning will help prepare workers for the changing job market. Despite the adversity, China is also focusing on sustainable development, recognizing that striking a balance between environmental considerations and economic growth is paramount. Embracing green technologies and sustainable practices not only addresses domestic concerns, but also positions China as a responsible global leader in the economy. The nation is redefining its strategies by diversifying trade, enhancing domestic consumption, managing demographic realities, and driving sustainable development initiatives. The future of China's economy will be characterized by resilience and adaptability, allowing it to navigate challenges successfully. Will China collapse overnight? It is merely a daydream, and it will not come true as some anti-China elements had expected over the past few decades.